Hello, it's BrickBot, and I'm saving the ultimate season combiner for last, so I'm just gonna be looking at the last single Carbot released in the season 15. Ugaba Axe, the new axified upgraded form of the beloved character, the cheeky monkey Ugaba. Yeah, so this one is another solid box in the current season styling of packaging with the blue background and the white techno paneling and the red. Yep, so that's the render of the robot mode there, the new Axe robot mode, the car mode, and the eagle mode. Why are they making all these actifications triple changers? Yeah, so those are the three modes. And the three modes again, just the same duplicate, except, you know, this is red side, this is blue side. And then just a cycle of triple changers. Yeah, there's not much descriptive text actually, just this is all pretty plain, not even a little ooga ooga. Well, you know, at least you know this is the 159th helloka봇 product in red. And of course, the Cube Watch. Oh yeah, so he's a Pokemon type character where he just limited speech capacities for a monkey. So either he's just gonna be doing a lot of Ugabaing, or he's just gonna break character and just talk a lot to introduce himself. And then this is in September of 24 with an additional sticker here. Like a additional import sticker. So his packaging is in the plastic clamshell. I guess I thought it would be another cardboard girdle. Yeah, but I think this is sturdier at least. Just off sideways like this.
지금부터 인공지능으로 우가바 X님의 말씀을 통역해드리겠습니다. 우가 X 우가 난 미래에서 온 빨간색 오프로드 차량 우가바 X야. 고릴라 카봇으로 변신은 물론 참수리 카봇으로도 변신할 수 있어. 미래에서 온 트루와 골드렉스와는 둘도 없는 친구지. 우가 장난 최고. 우가 고릴라 카봇일 때는 낙서도 좋아하고 장난도 잘 쳐서 차 타는 물론 다른 카봇들까지 내 장난에 골탕을 먹어. 하지만 위기가 닥치면 생각지도 못한 재치로 문제를 해결한다고. 우가 X 참수리 고릴라 카봇에서 참수리 카봇으로 변신하면 장난치던 성격과 달리 책임감 강하고 용감무쌍한 전투 카봇이 되어 상대를 공격하지. 우가 족족. 어쨌든 고릴라 카봇과 참수리 카봇 모두 사랑해줘. 우가바 X 우가 장난 최고. 안녕 차탄. 난 장난을 제일 좋아하는 우가바 X. 하지만 장난보다 차탄이 더 좋아. 우가 바나나. 이끌 쿵 알쿠. 바나나 껍질로 상대를 미끄러뜨려서 자빠지게 한다. 바나나 껍질 발사. 우가 미래로 우가 미래로 돌아가 버리라고? 미안, 내가 잘못했어. 다시는 장난 안 칠게. 물론 믿거나 말거나지만. 아카 아파 더 아파. 상대의 아픈 곳을 더욱 아프게 한다. 병아 더 아파져라. 아카 파동포 발사.
Ugaba Axe, still a humanoid gorilla with the long lanky arms. And he's looking much redder than his previous form. Just there's not much color breakup here. Just in the silver and the white and the bits of yellow, like there should be the little knee pads. Okay, let's just get straight to the comparisons. Yeah, so unlike others, unlike a total redesign, Ugaba Axe carries a lot of his motifs and his design elements from his previous form. Several of them. Well, first off, you can see that the chest has that same similar curvature, like that double layer curvature, although this one has added vents. And the Carbot symbol is right in his chest because there's a new axe here. That's a new style of axe. And it's hard to see with his new banana colored talons here, but I guess those little divots are similar here. Not exactly, but just kind of evoke similar things. But otherwise, the arms are not that much different, but the fists are pretty much the same design. I mean, the fingers, like those knuckles, those 3 visible knuckle fingers, knuckle joints. And then, yeah, the pelvic area, very similar shape. Just some extra added bevels here, but unpainted gold. And the thighs are the same. I mean, not the same piece, mind you, but maybe. Okay, maybe this is a theory, but no, there is some more slight texture greebling in its inner thigh right here. And yeah, a circular bit here, which is not on here. Otherwise, those thigh pieces look very similar. And even on the outside here, so very similar, but some very minor tweaks to the inside greeblings. Also, you know, unpainted here, but that is so similar you could swear that they just copied this thigh design. Yeah, but okay, but the fact that this has a headlight in it, a little headlight in the knee, probably debunks that. So that is just very similar thighs. Just to evoke that old feeling. As with the hips. Maybe you could argue that the hips are directly carried over. And his head, that was vaguely gorilla-like, but not explicitly gorilla-like. Just was the big forehead and the gas breather mask apparatus style of face. And now, with the new head, it's mostly there. But with a big old axe forehead and the extra antenna. And the new faceplate actually does look a bit more like gorilla nostrils, but they're not explicitly evoking a gorilla. Just a little curvature there just kind of makes it a bit more gorilla-like than generic robot-like. I say he looks blockier and simpler because it mostly comes down to the legs. Just stark red. Just stark red with the flat yellow kneecaps, while you have this much going on his legs here that are just the car top rather than the car back. Just nice curvatures. Yeah, you know how I said that, Carbot started off pretty much of a curved style and then later went with a blocky style, so that kind of shows that here. And at least there's some detailing on this side of the leg. Although that's a bit of a contrast with, the hollowness here and then the solid here, although there's some nice intentional detailing here at least. Yeah, I guess he can also skate now. And then obvious third mode bits in the inside of the legs. Oh, but there is some detailing like these circles tied to a central circle that's carried over on this version. That's mostly hidden away by the wing here, but it's nice that they include that at least. Gold throughout, that makes them look pretty nice, but then you have yellow here, which kind of makes it look a bit cheap, even though it's not. I mean, if they painted these gold, I think that would have matched much better. As with some additional white breakup in the arms here, just a bit more than just the gunmetal elbow caps here. Ugaba Axe has no real handheld weapons to speak of, although that it is still 5mm. I guess that's because he just mostly uses his shoulder-mounted missiles that are looking a bit pointier than ever, and also tri-pronged, and also in his shoulders as well. Still delivering gift boxes, delivering remotes that trap people in big boxes. Yeah, so that's one slightly less feature from the original taken away, because he could also wield these in his hands. But you can't do that with these clip-on blocks. That, by the way, also kind of knock off pretty easily. So, clip connections. Sometimes I don't like those. Sometimes I just prefer much more the hole or double slot connections. But they do have some design similarities, like these vertical vents and these little axe boxes. Otherwise, that is some pretty simple detailing. I guess these could be weapons. Just little claws right on top of his hands. Or they could be banana peels, just banana peel launchers. For articulation, I'm expecting the exact same articulation as the old Ugaba, despite being a new toy. Like the ball socket that goes side to side, all the way around, a pretty good up. Soft, but still clickety ratchets all the way around, and then shoulder out, shoulders in, friction elbows. Of course, no bicep swivels on the long car plank still ever. Soft but ratcheted forward, soft but ratcheted back, splits, full thighs and the knee, and the toe down. I don't think I can pull that off as convincingly as this Ugaba, who just is still a pretty humanoid robot just with long arms. Oh yeah, but you know, just the classic fold over here just really does help in that pose, while this one, it has more than 90 knees. I almost forgot that. But yeah, at least it's more than 90, but kinda hard to get into the knuckle dragger. For transformation, unlike the slider head, you just have to manually put his head in with the hinges, his opening chest. And then you just put that head in. And then you can see there is a little stopper here to lock in the rotating hood on the back. That is concerningly see-through because you can see right from there. Soft click there, then close that back up. An extra step on Ugaba's arms by flipping up these windows and then tucking in those hands. Just like the old Ugaba, but now we have these in the way. Yeah, just reattach that block. Click them in. And then click those legs in, and then clips here on the right on the back of the roof lights. And then there are little tabs here to put onto these circular pegs as you flip those down. So that was just Ugaba's transformation with the backside transformation of power Boombas and some parts forming grill. So that was just slightly more fiddlier than the original transformation, which may go to remind you how the original Ugaba's transformation was very fast and efficient. Just no parts forming required. Just flip it all over, crash it all over, and then just very quick transformation into a big futuristic sports car. And now he's a modern Jeep. Yeah, just a plain Jeep. This is a very modern looking Jeep. Maybe with a bit of a long hood than usual Jeeps. Yeah, in fact, the backside, the window, and the front look nearly the same length. Yeah, it very much looks like a Jeep Wrangler of sorts. Yeah, so that long hood doesn't look as long as I thought, but that's still pretty long, like longer than a typical Jeep. And then there's Wild Chief, who's a different model of Jeep. Yeah, so that's a total Ultimo transformation, so I guess I could see an off-road Jeep being more useful in the wild jungle environment than a low-riding street car. So I guess this is not too bad of an Ultimo to give to the Axe Ugaba. Really differentiate it. Is that a paint runoff right on the mudguard here as well? 6-spoke wheels, unpainted. Unlike these, which are nicely painted silver. And then off-road tires means it's a little more rumbly, but it still rolls pretty well. And you know, of course Jeeps have to have headlights, but they're all the way in the back just to kind of mesh with the rest of the hinge here. That doesn't really look like a roof rack or equipment or anything, but it does at least kind of blend in. Just imagine it's something. Also a super smooth hood. There's nothing here except seam lines. And pretty blocky, protruding golden painted headlights and the big old Carbot axe symbol here. Right on top of just 4 little indents that imply a grill. Super simple grill, and then intentionally designed hinges. Those aren't winches. And yeah, come to the back and it's, you know, very simple. Just nothing picked out here. Just would have liked some black paint on here to make it look like a window. And then, yeah, don't even mention the obvious yellow transforming bits here. Yeah, this is a better butt monkey. Just more decorated back. Of course, Jeeps have roof racks, and it's indented on this side, but not on the inside. Toy ruined. Now onto Ugaba Axe's new third mode. First, you want to go ahead and then take off the shoulder pads, and then remove the chest again. And then pull out this thing. That's a bird head. And then, of course, you can do this. Put that away. The robot head away, because you need this head for the third mode. And then just kind of flip down these talons just like this. Just like this. While you spread out those legs. Then turn those around. Yeah, I think preferably you want to have those hip hinges like flipping upwards, you know, just so that it can do a flapping. But yeah, turn it around so that the windscreen here is facing forward. And then, yeah, flip out. Don't forget to put in the robot feet and also just cover this up. You're just kind of half transforming the rest of the Jeep into while you flip out the bird wings. And these weapons just also flip out to form bird feathers. And then that goes in the same spot as the Jeep mode, which could also be a flip handle mode. Flip pan. Now you just have roof spikes, just top spikes, ramming spikes that are pointing upward. I don't know, if something falls on it, then and you just kind of rest it like this. Ugaba the gorilla is now a sea eagle. Now he's also bird. Why bird? He's a gorilla. Monkey, not bird. He's just monkey and car, or monkey and Jeep. Why monkey, Jeep, and bird? What is it with giving legacy Carbots a new third bird mode? What is up with that? It was okay for Hawk, I guess, because, you know, just because literally, but they didn't have to take it literally until they took it literally. But now why Ugaba? Why you give the monkey a bird mode? Okay, first off, you know, the talons here, they're just, you can still see the gorilla hands there. Yes, if you photos away, you could just see, it's just some weird bird hybrid, weird flying man bird hybrid. But that is how it is in the official stock photos, so I guess I have to just do it like this, right? Even though it can't really stand very well with those rounded knuckles. Okay, no, I just prefer just flipping out these doors and just folding those in, and then just kind of leaving them down like that, so that it can stand better. I was expecting to have more of a gorilla mode for Ugaba Axe's third mode, like an actual bestial gorilla, just like that, a humanoid gorilla, and then he could go ape into an even more maniacal gorilla. Or maybe a jet. Yeah, maybe just, it would have been okay, I guess that would have been also okay if he was also a vehicle triple changer, just gorilla, Jeep, and then jet. That could have been a bit more acceptable too, but he just went cross-species into a bird, into a sea eagle. But I guess I can commend the designers for not going a more conventional route and going ape silly with his third mode. Okay, all that weirdness aside, how is this as a tertiary third mode for a triple changer? Well, I guess, you know, just just forget just for a moment that these are like robot thighs that are repurposed as the front of the bird's shoulder wings, shoulder hinges. Well, I guess as long as you have, you know, wings on here, I guess that's convincing enough. And that is a pretty good detailed gunmetal tail feather at least. And then there's Ugaba's chest right on top of here. That's a bit more decorated, although, you know, just car hoods straight like this makes him look a little plump. Plump chicken, plump seagull. And his eagle head is very intricately feathered for a mechanical eagle. At least I can give it that. And those all look like to be separate plastics, like red plastic, yellow plastic, green plastic, or maybe paint. Yeah, those are separate, but you know, no beak. Yeah, at least the head is the best. While everything is just kind of feels like, you know, just a robot just doing the splits and then putting bits of BURD on him makes him a bird. Hey, Life Axe, were you high? Or were you accidentally touching a bird when upgrading Ugaba Axe? Which he did again. That was the second time. Yeah, so that was a wild one, pun intended. Yeah, I guess I didn't know Ugaba was a popular enough character to come back from Season 3 that just only the third non-Pentastorm Carbot to get Axified, besides the way out of scale Axe masking tape trio. Because upgraded character sells. Yeah, but just as a toy on its own. Not thinking about the previous character, but I guess it's okay. I mean, maybe it's a little fiddly with these blocks. So that might be a little annoying, and also just a fiddliness of putting this in. And this is a pretty nice big red Jeep toy, but it might be a bit of a generic Jeep. And it's a bit complicated to get there, but not like super complicated as the collector's toys, but still with... I guess just for the pure transformation fun factor, I guess, you know, the original Ugaba still holds, just very snappy transformation. No mid-between parts forming and kerfuffles with, you know, feather rustling with the new Ugaba Axe. Yeah, sometimes you just like to have simple, quick transforming fun, and then this Ugaba is still available, and now in Chrome Red, thanks to his All-Stars reissue. His All-Stars new release in Chrome Red. It's just the same toy, but in shinier red. And I'm not seeing Ugaba Axe being redecoed into his Captain Military Green deco anytime soon. Yeah, Ugaba Captain has a pretty nice color scheme. I guess he got demoted, but then got upgraded into Axe. Yeah, but I'm not seeing him in dark green anytime soon. Well, they might do it years down the line when they do another All-Stars thing, but for now it's just default red. So I can see at least Hawk Axe and Ugaba Axe and also Storm Axe are the three Axified Carbots that are still pretty faithfully similar to their original selves. King Guy's Axe and the 4 Pentastorm Axe limbs are just like total reinventions. They're just totally new design aesthetics, which I kind of don't like, personally. And maybe neither Hawk Axe kind of subjectively, but then Ugaba Axe, you know, I kind of feel like they're just a bit of an aesthetic downgrade, just for like more bells and whistles. Whether you prefer for them to have familiar designs when upgraded or just total reinventions. Well, I can definitely say they were thinking outside of the box for Ugaba Axe's third Sea Eagle mode. Yeah, that's not something a sensible Transformer collector would think of. Yeah, but this is a fun kid's toy. You might just want to get Ugaba Axe over Ugaba just for the novelty factor alone, or just turning a gorilla into a bird. So, big question next time, will the flagship combiner of the season be any good?